Howdy folks, my name's Christian and welcome to Bullish on Farming. Just brought out some produce for our girls here. Got about 4 Rubbermaid totes that I brought out. And the girls get this pretty much every day. Today was mostly lettuces and a couple squash. And they love breaking through that. Sorry, they're melons. See if there's any left here. They've already devoured them. Let's see, girls. Oh, there's a little melon shell right there. These pigs get a diverse diet and they eat good, I'll tell you. They forage and eat the bulbs and roots and grubs in the soil. And they graze the grass and weeds that are in these paddocks when they enter them. And they get grain, of course. That's how they get chubby. And our grain is 2 different types. We use a scratch grain, which is a organic barley and corn mixed with soy oil and organic wheat. And then we have our hog grower, which is pretty much the same mix, except it includes soybean and soy oil, and that's in a mashed form. So the scratch grain, we feed whole grain fermented on a 3-day process, or cycle rather, and that'll bring the positive probiotics and digestive enzymes that'll be good for our pigs, which is a monogastric animal similar to humans with one stomach. And that hog grower in mashed form is nice to mix with water right before you feed them, so it turns into a nice kind of sludge that they like to, it's quite palatable and they can down that quite well. This market produce comes out every afternoon or morning. It's not too strict. And I'm very happy about what that's going to be doing to the meat. Most pigs just eat grain, but these girls have a whole other side to their diet. They got a foraging diet and vegetable produce from our garden, as we're very fortunate to have that. And I'm talking about our feed so much because in this video I wanted to talk about what we've been feeding our pigs and where we're at. Our oldest pig in the pen right now is going to be about 5.5 months. Okay, I think it's a bit younger than that, but we'll call it 5.5 months. And we just sent one last week, which I knew was going to be a bit early, but she was about the size of this girl right here. And we have 3 Berkshire that are older than the other 5, and there's now 7 in here, so there's 2 older Berkshires left. She's about 5.5 months. And we just heard from the abattoir that she had a 220-pound finishing weight. And that's good. So on the diet that I have outlined, we've gotten our Berkshire pigs up to 220 pounds at about 5 to 5.5 months. So 250 pounds was our finishing weight goal. And, you know, a little bit of extra pounds don't hurt. And I'm sure we're going to get some of those, as some will be processed around 8 months. So some of these girls got another 3 months to go before their day comes. And we're sending about 1 to 2 pigs a month over the next few months. So we're happy with that. Sure, would we like to be a little closer to 250? Yeah, but in a previous video, I actually stated that I thought it was going to take us a bit longer to finish these pigs. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case, quite frank. I think we're probably going to be hitting 250 at that 6 to 6.5 month mark for these girls. And that is awesome, because if we send some off at 280 and we have a little bit of a comparative model to evaluate moving into next year on how we want to finish our pork and what's a good age for the system that we have going, I think that's going to give us some good insight. And one thing that I haven't mentioned is that we have started feeding acorns to our pigs as we're now getting into the finishing months. And that's supposed to really help with some flavor finishing and fat content. And when we get the pork back from our first pig, although it's a little bit early, we're gonna see what it looks like. The reason why before I was mentioning that I thought it was gonna take a bit longer is because I've raised conventional pigs. Look at that girl right there. So she's about 220, maybe a bit more since it's been a week since we sent the other one. And they were pretty much the same size. But yeah, I kind of forget what I was saying just before that. But, oh yeah, acorns. So we are, acorns are falling to the ground now. We got some oak trees on the farm. And some of the market garden team is collecting those. Whether or not we're gonna have enough to finish our pigs here is yet to be seen. But we're pretty excited because we wanted something to finish our pigs to give a nice touch. These girls get such a good, diverse diet. There's no reason why we shouldn't have a nice, distinguishing, finishing diet for these girls. And yeah, so we'll see how that works out. If you can finish your pigs on something that your farm already grows, that's amazing. And that kind of aligns with the model of feeding your animals off your land, which is, well within the philosophy of self-sustainability and sufficiency. And at the end of the day, if it's healthy for the pig, why not give it to them? If it only can increase their quality of life. And I'm not saying just throw any type of food at your animals, but take a look at your animals that you're running. How did they evolve and grow? How has nature designed their diet? And if you're open to it, get enthusiastic about incorporating their wildlife form of foraging and diet into their lifestyle on your farm. Because I'm telling you folks, it'll only benefit your meat. And with the management systems that you can implement today with electric fencing and everything, it becomes quite easy. And when you start comparing it to what you were doing before, you might find it's a lot more hygienic, and your waste management program is now taken care of by your rotational program and how you are raising your pigs. Hey girl? So yeah, a lot of people come to regenerative agriculture for many different reasons. And some of those are financial pressures, some of those are pressures from their land performance. They need to increase the performance of their land somehow. And some people just, feel that they're kind of done with how they've been farming and they want to get back to the heart of it. And, well, life works in mysterious ways. But if you got the calling, I recommend get into it. If you're watching a video like this, you're already interested in farming or how one could farm, or just to kind of get an insight into the world of farming, because it may bring a sense of entertainment and I don't know, a good feeling inside. I still watch farm videos like this. I really enjoy Greg Judy and Joel Salatin's content. And, there's tons of farmers out there on YouTube these days doing what we're doing and more. So I hope when you guys watch these videos, you're learning something. I just wanted to share where we're at on our journey with our pigs right now. Getting a pig into the abattoir at 220 pounds at just under 5.5 months. That sounds good to me. And again, we want to finish at 250 to 280. And that's the plan. So we'll see how it plays out. And I'll mention one more time, as I have in previous videos, but I don't think I outlined in this one. The older 3 girls we have are Berkshire, straight Berkshire, and the other 5 we have are Berkshire Tamworth Cross. And you can see these girls just cuddling together. Such great creatures to work with, folks, and such a pleasure to offer these animals the best quality of life that we can. That's what we love doing, and we love to share that on this channel. So, having said that, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you on the next one.